admit to making a mistake.
Right, coming clean, yeah.
Take that responsibility. We're going to get back to the White House race now. 4 contests today. Donald Trump, the front runner in all of them. He joins us now. Mr. Trump, thank you for joining us again this morning. You are the front runner in the 4 states today, but you're taking a lot of hits as well. We showed them tons of money coming in against you, and our new poll shows you falling off your peak. Both Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio beating you in head-to-head matchups. Are you worried this pylon is drawing some blood?
No, I think we're doing very well. We're leading in Michigan and we're leading in Mississippi, and nationally we're leading, as I think you see. The CNN poll had us at 49% to 15%. But certainly they're spending tens of millions of dollars on fighting me, the establishment, and, you know, they would rather not see me in there, obviously. You know, you had failed people like Mitt Romney talking. He's a failed, one of the worst campaigns I've ever witnessed in my life. And, you know, he's out there now speaking negatively as he can. And, you know, where was that energy when he was fighting Obama? He disappeared. He was a terrible candidate. I guess, you know, I would imagine something like that could have an impact, but, you know, we have a lot of loyal people that want to see America be great again.
Nobody would call Michael Bloomberg a failure, and here's what he said yesterday. He said he's not getting in because he's worried that it might help you, and he went on to say this: Trump has run the most divisive and demagogic presidential campaign I can remember, preying on people's prejudices and fears. Abraham Lincoln, the father of the Republican Party, appealed to our better angels. Trump appeals to our worst impulses. That's from someone who's been pretty friendly to you. He says he won't get in to help make sure you don't win.
Well, look, you know, I mean, he used to be a friend of mine. When he had a problem with Ferry Point, which was a failed project in New York City, he called on me to try and solve it, and I did solve it. I made it great. I made it very successful and got it built. It was under construction for 20 years, and nobody knew what to do when I got it solved. So, you know, he used to be a friend of mine. I guess he disagrees with what I'm saying, but a lot of people agree with what I'm saying. We have to be vigilant. We have to be smart. We have to strengthen our military. We have to strengthen our borders. We have to get rid of Obamacare and replace it with something good, George. And, you know, I mean, the polls I'm looking at, I don't know about the ones you have, but the ones I'm looking at is that I'm way up in Michigan and I'm way up in Mississippi, which are going today, and I'm doing well in Idaho. I love their potatoes, and I'm doing well in Idaho and doing well in Hawaii. So I just don't know what to tell you.
Meantime, the number of prominent people comparing you to Adolf Hitler is actually growing by the day. You saw over the weekend Louis C.K., also Glenn Beck. He did that on This Week, and he called you a dangerous man. And yesterday, the Mexican president said you're using the same kind of language that ushered in Hitler and Mussolini. I can't remember that kind of comparison being used against any other presidential candidate. Does it suggest to you that you should tone down your rhetoric and your tactics?
Well, maybe so, but I mean, I have a tremendous following. We want to make America great again. It's a strong following. I don't know about the Hitler comparison. I hadn't heard that, but it's a terrible comparison. I'm not happy about that, certainly. I don't want that comparison, but, you know, we have to be strong and we have to be vigilant, and people agree with that. And we don't want to lose our jobs to China, and we don't want to lose our jobs to Mexico and Japan and all of these countries that are taking our jobs away from us like we're children. We don't know what we're doing. We have leaders that don't know what they're doing. We're losing so much in this country, and we're losing the spirit, and we just can't do it. So, you know, I have to be strong, and again, I have a tremendous following. You know, the biggest story in politics is how many people are going to the primaries on the Republican side. It's a record number. They're up 55, 60%. Some are up as much as 100%, and that hasn't happened ever. They say it's never happened. And the Democrats are down 35%. So, you know, something very positive is happening.
And we will be waiting to see what happens tonight, Mr. Trump. Thank you.